Imagine this for a moment. You've worked hard for months, maybe even years, chasing a dream, whether it's a job promotion, a trophy, or recognition on social media. You finally get it. The applause comes. People congratulate you. But after a few days, sometimes even a few hours, that feeling fades. And deep down, a little voice whispers, "Now what? Was that enough?" That restless voice is your ego. Steven Sylvester, a psychologist who has worked with Olympic athletes, business leaders, and everyday people like you and me, explains that this voice can be both a driver and a destroyer. His book Detox Your Ego is about recognizing when ego controls us, and learning how to free ourselves from its grip. This isn't about killing the ego, it's about cleansing it, lightening it, so it serves us instead of ruling us. Let's walk together through this journey, in simple words, relatable stories, and reflective moments. Welcome to AudioSAR, your home for powerful audiobook summaries, life lessons, and stories that inspire growth and self-discovery. Section 1: What Ego Really Is. Ego is not just arrogance. It's not only the person who brags loudly at a party. Ego is subtler. It's the fear of looking small. It's the constant need for approval. It's the anxiety of being compared. Think of these everyday moments. You post a photo online, and instead of enjoying it, you keep checking for likes. Your colleague is praised in a meeting, and instead of feeling happy for them, you secretly feel jealous. Your partner points out a mistake, and instead of listening, you snap back, because your ego doesn't want to admit they're right. This is ego at work. Ego tells us, be the best, or you are nothing. Win, or you lose everything. Look perfect, or you are not worthy. Sylvester says there are two types of success. Ego-driven success, which feels heavy, pressured, and often empty. Authentic success, which comes from joy, growth, and contribution. This feels light, real, and lasting. The purpose of this book, and this journey, is to move from the ego-driven success to the authentic success. Think about a time when you achieved something, but the joy faded quickly. Was it your heart that wanted it, or your ego? Section 2: 7 Steps to Detox. Sylvester gives us 7 practical steps. Think of them as small daily practices, like exercises for your inner self. Step 1: Check your motive. Before you act, pause and ask, why am I doing this? A student may study only to outshine classmates, it's ego. Another studies to learn, to grow, that's authentic motive. Before your next task, pause and ask, am I doing this for growth, or to prove myself? Step 2: Embrace mistakes. Ego hates mistakes. It says, if you fail, you'll look weak. But mistakes are teachers. Think of cooking dinner and burning the dish. You could get angry and embarrassed. Or you could laugh and say, well, this is my crunchy experiment today. Recall your last mistake. Did you treat it as shame, or as a lesson? Step 3: Face what you avoid. Ego hides from discomfort. At work, maybe you avoid speaking up because you fear sounding silly. In relationships, maybe you avoid honest talks because you fear conflict. But the moment you face what you've been avoiding, growth begins. What's one conversation, habit, or task you've been avoiding? What would happen if you faced it? Step 4: Detach from validation. Validation is that craving for likes, applause, and praise. But applause fades, and criticism passes. If no one were watching, what would you still love to do just for yourself? Step 5: Serve others. One of the simplest ego detox tools is service. In those moments, ego melts away, and fulfillment grows. Who is one person you could help today, without expecting anything back? Step 6: Practice humility. Humility isn't weakness. It's about thinking of yourself less. When was the last time you shared credit, or admitted you didn't know everything? Step 7: Stay present. Ego loves the past and future. Awareness roots us in the now. Right now, as you listen, notice your breath. How does it feel to simply be here, in this moment? Section 3, Stories from the Field and from Life. Sylvester shares stories from elite sports, but let's make them relatable. The tennis player, he froze in finals because ego screamed, "Win or you're nothing." When he shifted to, "I play because I love the game," his performance improved. Everyday version, karaoke night. One sings off-key with joy. Another stays silent out of fear. Ego keeps them stuck. Where in your life are you holding back because you fear looking foolish? Section 4, Leadership without ego. There are two styles. Ego-driven leaders, obsessed with control and credit. Ego-free leaders, share credit, admit mistakes, listen deeply. Think of two parents. One says, "I know best, don't argue." Another says, "Let's figure this out together." The second approach doesn't weaken authority. It strengthens trust. If you guide others, whether family, friends, or a team, do they feel fear, or do they feel safe with you? Section 5, Daily Life without ego. Some daily practices. Gratitude over comparison. Learning over defending. Enjoying over performing. Which small practice can you try today? Gratitude, learning, or enjoying? Closing thoughts. Ego promises happiness through applause, success, and perfection. But ego is never satisfied. True freedom begins when you detox your ego. When you replace fear with curiosity, comparison with purpose, and validation with service, you discover a life that is lighter, happier, and more authentic. Close your eyes for a moment. Ask yourself, if ego was silent, what would my true self choose to do today? Thank you for listening to AudioSar. If this journey inspired you, make sure to subscribe for more audiobook summaries that bring wisdom to your ears and peace to your mind.